The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the podcasters and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent or their affiliates.
Action!
What it do there, good people?
What's the deal, Bill?
Not too much of nothing. We're gonna go ahead and knock this out a different way. You know, this your first time on here, Mr. Satin, and usually
Yes,
we
sir.
do a little, you know what I'm talking about? Usually we do a little intro, but since it's just me and you, and we on these 10 questions, we're gonna go ahead and put you on the hot seat, my boy.
Let's make it happen. Let's make
All
it happen.
right, all right. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself. Well, first let's do it this way. We know it's your boy, it's your main Fontaine, the court appointed devil's advocate, and we are here with my man Silver Satin, and we're gonna
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead and let him give his own introduction. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. I am Silver Satin. This is my guy, my bro. You know what I'm saying? My brother from another motor. You know what I mean? And
Right,
I'm riding out here on the set right now, enjoying this life, being a biker. Um, I've been riding for quite a while now. I enjoy the culture. I enjoy learning.
okay,
I'm a student of the culture. Um, just put together a new entity. We riding against the grain. It's against the grain. Um, God blessed me with some good bikers, some good guys. I just love to ride. Um, I rode from here to New Orleans and back. That's my longest ride. Uh, I got three bikes, and I love to ride. I ride every motherfucking day, every single day. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Yeah.
right. Well, how long have you been riding?
I've been riding now going on 4 years.
4 years. All right. What got you interested in this biking culture and riding a motorcycle?
Um, what got me interested in riding a bike was I just wanted to do something different in my life, to be honest with you.
Right,
I had got to a point in my life where I had acquired a few things, I had done a few things in my life, and I was ready to do something different, some a little bit more challenging. You know what I mean?
right, right. And you figured popping willies was gonna be what it's gonna be,
Well,
huh?
yeah. I mean, taking some long rides. You know what I mean? And then as far as the culture part, I came out as a hang around some years ago, like probably back in like '98 or something like that. And that was my first introduction to the culture. So ever since then, I was always, like thinking to myself, like that's something I want to do. That's something I want to do. But never really got the chance to really buy a bike or ride a bike. So when I did get a chance to buy a bike and ride a bike, I just took full advantage of it.
Right, right. What kind of riding do you do most? Out of town, in town? Do you be club hopping? You go to the clubhouses? Like
Uh,
what?
I mean, most of my rides right now, honestly, is local. Um, but I do enjoy taking long rides. Me and my wife went to Ensenada. Uh, that was our most recent longest ride. We just did Vegas, did Arizona this year. We did about 4 or 5 good long rides this year.
Right, right.
Yeah.
What kind of bike you ride right now?
Right now, I ride a Street Glide and a Road King. 2011 Street Glide, and I got a '08 Road King CBO. My baby.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
What'd you say? That's your what?
That's my baby, the Road King.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
oh, for
That,
sure,
that,
for sure. Well, you
that
know me,
brown
so
man
yeah,
got the
yeah.
110 on it. You know what I mean? She know how to fly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can
Right,
get through traffic. I could pull a train with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
right. Well, you said
Yeah.
you had been on a long trip before. What's your longest ride?
My longest ride was New Orleans, Louisiana.
Right.
Um,
How was it? How was that?
Man, that was an experience. Of course, in my opinion, that was the trip that signified to me myself that I feel like, I'm a biker now. You know what I'm saying? This shit is in me. I'm gonna ride a motorcycle for the rest of my life. And that wasn't embedded in me, honestly, until I came back from that ride from New Orleans, because I rode back by myself, rode there with one of my partners. But yeah, I rode back by myself through a storm and some more shit. So that whole experience, it bonded me to my bike, number one. It gave me a whole lot of time to think, um, and the experiences that I had going to so many different clubhouses, different events down south. I was gone for 15 days. So we stopped at a ton of clubhouses on the way, got to shake a lot of hands, picked up a few cultural things that I brought back this way with me, and embedded into the culture here in LA. It was a great ride, man. I think one of the most enjoyable moments that I can remember when I was out was when we went to Insane Hunters Clubhouse, and there was a guy there from Baton Rouge, Rare Breed chapter, and
Right.
he seen my plates, he seen my patch, and he was like, "Man, you from Cali, bro?" He's like, "You rode all the way from Cali?" I was like, "Yeah." Now this is the Lone Star Rally weekend, so everything
Right.
cracking. And he was like, "Man, can I take a picture with your patch?" I was like, "Damn." He was like, "Man," and that right there just kind of really made me feel like, okay, this trip, if nothing else happened, that right there was worth it.
I got you. I got you. What would you say, being you kind of new to the game, in your opinion, in your experience and time frame, what would you say would be your best thing about riding a motorcycle?
Um, the best thing, in my opinion, about riding a motorcycle is I feel like I can depend on my motorcycle. Unlike um unlike a vehicle. I think that's the best thing for me. Not only the wind therapy, riding a bike, but the dependability of the motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I rely on. You know what I mean? The dependability of getting through traffic. Um, you know, just being independent out there on the road, I think is one of the best things for me, about riding a motorcycle.
Got
And
you.
then the
Uh,
journeys too, of course. The things I find out about myself on these long rides, I couldn't replace that no other way.
for sure. What would you say would be one of the worst things?
Um, the worst things that has happened to me so far, I ain't gonna say it was worse, because it was really a learning lesson for me. It was probably the most valuable learning lesson that I had on a motorcycle, and that was when I got caught on a storm in Kent, Texas, on my way back. And I had to sleep in a abandoned building. Um, it was a voice that came over me while I was sleeping in that abandoned building. Actually, I wasn't asleep. I had got my ass up and I thought I could, head out. I went to the door. I looked out. It looked like it was okay. It was like 4:30 in the morning. I went back to my little shelter hut where I had my stuff at. I started packing my stuff up, man, and a voice came over me, bro, and said, "If you leave right now, you're gonna die." Like clear as day, just like
Hmm.
me and you talking. I swear, I put my shit down, I unpacked that shit, and I laid my monkey ass down and waited for that shit to blow over right there in that abandoned building. That was my worst experience.
I got you. Hell yeah, man. Shit, that'd be terrible. Unless you got, he said he got voices talking to him. This nigga in
I was
abandoned
like,
building. You sure you wa-
shit.
you sure you wasn't in a haunted building, my boy? You got people talking to this nigga, boy. Had
Man,
you hallucinate? Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing. What I was gonna say. Um, being well, first let me ask you this, and I know the answer, and you ain't got to go too deep into it. But I know that you used to be part of a club,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Um, and right now you kind of floating. So my question to you is, do you miss? And I know being independent, you're able to ride and go where you want, do what you want. You ain't got to answer to nobody. But do you miss the camaraderie of the club scene, of the group, of being in a club? I'm saying, I should say.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Um, and to be honest with you, I really don't miss it because I built such a camaraderie with the brothers that I did meet along the way, like
Right,
yourself and other
right,
brothers out here on the set, that I
right,
don't feel like I'm missing it. I don't. A lot of time, there's times. Don't get me wrong. I miss riding with my club brothers. I miss, there was a point where I was like, damn, I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm
right,
naked. You know what I'm saying?
right,
But
right,
then it became a point to where I did, miss the commitments, the
right,
the structure,
right,
uh, opposed to the freelance type of thing, random chat groups and just trying to find people to ride with, and you know what I'm saying. That kind of stuff
right,
became a challenge as a lone biker, but I, like I said, I had built so many bridges and shook so many hands and supported so many clubs and supported so many individuals that they accept me as their brother still. You know what I'm saying? I wear a few supporter patches. Those are patches that I do wear are clubs that I really fuck with. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And thank God I did build those bridges because I don't miss it as much as I used to. Let's say it like that.
I got you. I got you. And being that you kind of knew as well, I ain't gonna say kind of knew because niggas a lot newer than you. Um, what advice would you give to someone who just started riding a motorcycle?
Um, Ride your ride. That's my advice to you. Um, Ride your ride and ride safe. When I say ride your ride, that means ride at the skill level in which you comfortable and allow your skill level to dictate the maneuvers you do. Don't try to go doing things that your skill level hasn't risen to. You know, I can remember hearing a biker tell me one time, you see these guys out here doing these tricks, but these guys really practicing this stuff. So ride safe. Um, of course, pipe save lives, loud pipe save lives, and safety over speed. You know what I mean? And when I say safety over speed, I mean, if you got to speed up to make that maneuver, second guess that maneuver. You don't want to second guess yourself in a dangerous situation. But if you feel like I need to speed up to get it to make this maneuver, just be cautious. So that's why one of the patches I wear say safety over speed.
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. And for anyone wanting to join a club, what would be your advice for that?
Um, be patient in every stage and understand every stage. Um, when you become a hang around, you are a hang around because you're hanging around to get to know this club, to get to know the brothers in this club, the sisters in this club, to see if this is a good fit for you. Take that serious because in my opinion, that's probably one of the most serious stages is the hang around stage because that's when you really find out. is this a club I want to be with? Um, Scout clubs. Don't just join a club because your brother is from the club or your daddy is from the club. Take the time to really investigate the quality of the leadership in the club,
Right.
because it is a brotherhood. And if you don't intend on really being a brother, don't do it. And you want to get to a point in your career as a biker, if you join a club, and this is something that I had to learn, and I spoke this the other day, is to learn to separate the patch from anything else, from anybody else. The patch should be in you, not on you. And don't let anybody else dictate how you feel as an individual about the patch, because it's yours. It's yours to protect, it's yours to honor, it's yours to serve.
All right, Mister Philosophizing ass. Yeah, big philosophication, sir. Uh, but all right there, sir. Well, I appreciate you, my boss. There's your 10. That wasn't that bad, was it? Wasn't that painful?
All the time, every time.
Yeah, it wasn't that painful. So
Can't
I
get
just want
mad.
to thank you, Mr. Satin, for giving me your time this evening.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna see who my next victim gonna be, and we're gonna see how the questions go.
Hey, don't forget we got that lupus ride coming up again next year too. So
Oh
we
yeah,
want to be on
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
we
Go
got the
ahead and
Popeye run coming up too.
well, you know the Popeye Toy Run. That's the first Saturday of December, y'all. We're gonna
Yeah.
start promoting for that real soon, like within the next week. So we already know it's in Long Beach, King Park. We meet up at the Home Depot on Spring and Atlantic about 9. Toy Run starts at 10, and all kind of shit. But speak on your lupus. Speak on the
So
lupus,
this
man.
gonna be my third
Why
one
you?
in a row. My third Popeye run in a row. I just wanted to throw that up real
Oh,
quick.
is that what you was doing? Oh, I thought you was gang banging on somebody. I thought you was gang banging.
Number three.
Uh,
But yeah,
right.
so the lupus run was something that's dear to me. My mother and my sister died of lupus. Lupus is, like I said, something dear to my heart. So when I was in New Orleans a few years ago, my cousin, he in the club out there. He got two bikes. So he let me ride his bike. One of his club members was having a lupus run, and it was called Crush Lupus. Just so happened I was there that weekend. I rode in the ride. We went from New Orleans out to almost to Mississippi, made that loop, came back. It was a great run. I said to myself, you know what? When I get back to the city, I'm doing this. I'm putting this together. At that time, I was in the club, got with the president, told him what I wanted to do. He gave me the green light, and it was a go. Me and my wife, we worked hard the last 2 years to put it together. The first year we had about 36 bikes came. This year we had a close to 60. Um, so it was a great run. The lupusawareness.org Foundation came out in support. We rode from Imperial Long Beach Boulevard to VIP Records. VIP Records was a great host. They hosted the whole event, allowed us to park in the front, allowed us to use the back. Want to give a big shout out to VIP Records. And like I said, the lupus.org Foundation sent a couple of representatives, some tables, some brochures. They spoke, gave us more awareness about the lupus.org foundation and what they do and how we can help support. So anybody that do want to support lupus in any kind of way, you don't have to wait for the lupus run. You can go directly to lupus.org and you can donate there. It was a great run. Fontaine, his club came out. It was a wonderful thing. We was able to get a shout out from Snoop Dogg on his Instagram. So if things work out well, Big Snoop, if you're listening, you know what I mean. We're trying to end up at the Snoop Dogg clothing store or maybe even at the compound next year. You know what I mean, for the run, just to show back that type of support. So our goal is to every year increase the platform in which we release the awareness on. So the first year, the lupus.org gave us a shout out on their social media. That was cool. That was a platform. That was a marker. Then the next year, Snoop gave us a shout out on his Instagram. That was to me a higher plateau. So next year, we just trying to keep elevating the plateau in which the message get out about lupus.
For sure. For sure. And actually, you know what I mean? Like I said, last year was cool. You know, like you said, we was there. It was a cool little ride. And then, like I said, Mr. Anderson was cool for letting us use his spot. So
Yes, sir.
uh, that is it in a nutshell. What's the date for next year?
It's
Or you
gonna
don't
be
have it yet?
it's gonna be the first weekend of May every year. The first weekend of
I
May.
got you.
Yeah.
Uh,
So that's set. That's on the calendar.
all right. Well, first week in the May is the lupus. First week in December, the Popeye toy run. We in the game.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
all right, big dog. Like I said, I appreciate you. And for the rest of the followers and whatnot, we know what it is. We didn't do this past Monday because we know it was Labor Day and people was barbecuing and doing their thing. So we will see y'all next Monday though at 6:15 our time.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know what that means.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Dougie. I
All
appreciate
right,
you.
bro. All right.
Yes,
Later.
sir. Yeah.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe to Bikes in the Hood podcast channel on YouTube. Your support is greatly appreciated.